This is your boy Adot Trakz. Nutriberebel at gmail.com, Whatsnside.com, SoundCloud.com/Adot Trakz. All these links will be in the bio. Today we will have the first tutorial that's attached to our podcast, Whatsnside. To me, I would say the first producer's podcast where we play nothing but beats. All instrumentals. So what's not to love about that? So make sure you check it out. We're on our third podcast already, and this is our first tutorial, which we'll be talking about in the fourth podcast next Saturday. All right, so if you haven't checked it out yet, please check it out. Links will be in the bio. So let's get into what we came to do. So I believe I've come up with a new way of sampling. I'm gonna say I did because I haven't seen anybody sample this way yet. I call it Digi Chopping. Basically, it's the opposite of digging and finding the vinyl, which, don't get me wrong, I love digging. That's like the best thing. I feel like Indiana Jones treasure hunting. All right. But this right here, it's just to help your workflow go by a little better. Or if you have a sample and you do not have that album on hand, you can quickly look it up on YouTube, convert it to an MP3 or to a WAV, which if you don't know how to do that, we will get into that. And chop it up, basically. And you can do this in a number of ways. Okay, the first way I discovered doing this was through Serato. So let me open up my machine, and you can do this with any DAW, propeller head reasons, whatever you're using, Ableton Live, whatever. Let's get machine up. So I have my machine up, right? I go to sample, and we're gonna do, I put it in external mono. It picks up left and right. If I do it in stereo, it's only picking up left. And I'll tell you why. Because what I do is, this is the magic tool right here. It's a 1/4" plug on both sides, 1/4" male, right? What you do is you plug one end of your 1/4" plug into the source output, your audio output. All right, so it can be the audio output of a mixer, which I'm using right here, standard mixer. And my audio, I actually have my audio interface playing through my mixer, right? So it's like a little bit of reverse engineering here. So I have my audio interface playing through my mixer, right? So audio is coming from my computer into the audio interface into the mixer. So what I do is I put my 1/4". That sounds funny. I put my 1/4" plug into the headphones adapter, and we're videotaping this, by the way. And I put the other 1/4" into my input. You hear it clicking into the input of the audio interface. So it's like looping your own audio. Okay, so now that we got that situated, remember you can do this with anything. So say you don't have an audio, you don't have a mixer, and you're going straight to an audio interface. What you could do is you can have the audio playing out of your device, straight into the input of the mixer. All right, I mean to the audio interface. So Digi Chopping. What is Digi Chopping? Let me see you do this Digi Chopping. All right, so I'm gonna bring up Serato DJ, which is a lot of people's favorites. You know, in Serato DJ, you can create cue points, which is pretty dope. And by the way, people, Serato is free. Download it. It's a free software. Well, it used to be. I don't know if you have to pay for it anymore. Might be a small fee, but I always thought Serato was free, like Serato intro and stuff like that. So let me find something. I'm working on a reggae trap album, so I've been chopping up a lot of reggae samples. Alright, so let's go with Rise and Shine by Bunny Wailer. Alright, so I already have some cue points set up. So you can set up, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 cue points, right? 8 cue points, excuse me. And set them up the way you want it. And the best thing is you can organize them any way you want. So if you have metronome problems with your beat lining up, your sample lining up, and it always lines up when you play it, but it doesn't line up when you try to sample it, producers know what I'm talking about. This is also awesome tip. So check this out. Alright. And as you can see, if you use your machine, you know, what did I hit? I hit something. Oh, there we go. Brighten it up a little bit. If you use your machine, obviously you know how to sample into your, what's the name? You will see automatically the sample being detected by the machine, right? And what's cool is you can use your, whatever's outsourcing your audio, you can adjust the volume so the sample won't come out too distorted. Either through your mixer with the headphones volume or through iTunes or whatever you're using. Your Serato has its own volume right here, and also over here. So it makes the sample come out super clear. All right, so let me show you. This is the cry of a people. This is the cry. So let's sample something. Let me show you. We're going to attempt a digi chop. Here we go. Now you got. Comes right up on your machine as you sampled it from vinyl, and it's nice and clear. This is the cry of the people. This is the cry of the. Let's try something else. This is the cry of the people. So you got. This is the cry of the people. This is the cry of. This is the cry of. This is the cry of the people. And what's cool is it automatically a one shot. That's what I love about it. So that's one way. That's one software you can use to sample, to digichop. Now recently I was like, what else can I do? Like, where else can I sample and chop samples from? Well, if you have Ableton Live, they have a feature on there where it can detect audio points and cues up the sample for you. It chops up the sample for you, which I love. I thought that was pretty dope. I was like, man, I wonder if I can chop it up in Ableton and then sample it into my machine. And you can. So if you don't have the Ableton push controller, this is a cheat. And this will work with your micro or your regular MK controller. Alright. So I found me a sample. So that's our sample right here. And you can still use all the effects and waves and all that stuff from Ableton and sample it right in the machine if you like the machine flow better. So I'll unwarp it and I'll put it to slice. So see how Ableton slices all your slices up the sample for you. So it's not quite the way you want it. So what you want to do is adjust the sensitivity. So we'll take the sensitivity, I decided to do it. And we'll chop it. So we'll put it on gate because on trigger it's gonna play the whole sample. So we'll put it on gate. It'll play up till you play it. Let's get something. You can do it the same way. Sample. We're gonna record. Hit start. And you got right in your machine the same exact sample. They say, oh, well, can't you just do this in machine? Yes, you can. I'm not sure about your workflow, but I like to stay creative and do a few different things just to stay fresh. So this helps me out. Also, in machine, I mean, you can do split mode and do all that stuff if you want. I just find it easier. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm old school and used to sampling straight from vinyl and then chop. But this right here, I feel like it's a little simpler because it chops it up for you. Then you can add what you want, play around what you want. It's just another creative tool to inspire you and make some dope pieces of art. So that is my Digi sampling. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, all it takes is a 1/4-inch plug going out your audio source into your audio interface, and it's as easy as pie. Check us out at whatsnside.com. Check us out, the podcast out at soundcloud.com/Adot Trakz. And if you have any information or any tips for us or any tutorials that you like to see us do, hit us up at nutriberebel@gmail.com. All the links will be in the bio. Peace, people, peace. And what I'm going to do is I was going to play this card. Let's see. This is a little thing we did with digital sampling. Digisampling. We made a beat, and I'll let you hear a little piece of it, and then we're out. Peace.